Once again, while Rumya with another lesson. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Wahar Kwadash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. Shalom to you, Akim and Akwat, that believe and have faith in Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah, praying to be a part of the hopeful elect. I got a couple of videos basically just going into this beast system that's set up, man. We are here at the beast system. And Lord willing to be edifying.
So there are so many black swans that are flying, we really don't even know which one's going to land. And that's why it's so critically important to be prepared now, not when you see it, because by the time you see it, it's too late. And the warning signs are there, but 28 countries now have a completely inverted yield curve, and that inversion is getting even worse. And an inverted yield curve has shown, without exception, it is a historic predictor of an economic recession, but this time it's going to be so much worse because we are at the end of this currency's life cycle. Yield curve inversions are happening whether you're in an emerging market or advanced economies. This is global. And by the way, just as a little reminder, the depression in the 30s was also a global depression. What's the difference between then and now? Well, the similarity is that we were transitioning into a completely new system. But what's different is that we were not as incestuously interconnected back in the 30s as we are today.
As you see, it's going to be a global, it's going global, man. Global crash, man. And this is how they're setting it up. They're setting it up where the economy will crash at the time they're building up their beast system.
Hey people, I'm at Walmart, Rockland, Ontario. Look what they're installing. Look what they're installing on the sensors are in, fellas. Sensors are in. This section here, there's no doors. They've just installed doors. And they have sensors everywhere. Look. See? Sensors going right there. That's where it's going. Check, I'll show you there. See? There's a beep boop machine. No beep boop, no door. You don't do beep boop, door don't open. Most people don't know what's coming. Fucking idiots.
And you know what you mean by beep boop means being scanned for the door to come open, man. So as the old system is going out, like she said, the old system is going out, the new system is coming in.
I'm here at this gas station and I was trying to open this door and I could not open it. You see how they're numbered? I was getting something for a video, a natty light I need. So I have to go over to this machine. Have you guys ever seen this before? Look, and you put your ID face down in it, and then it takes a picture. It like scans your face, and then you type in the door that you want to open, and then it unlocks the door for you. I have never seen this before.
So it's coming, man. We here. I'm gonna play this one more time. It's 32 seconds. So, but this is heavy, man, because the apostles and elders of Great Millstone warn us of these things, and we see it.
I'm here at this gas station and I was trying to open this door and I could not open it. You see how they're numbered? I was getting something for a video, a natty light I need. So I have to go over to this machine. Have you guys ever seen this before? Look, and you put your ID face down in it, and then it takes a picture. It like scans your face, and then you type in the door that you want to open, and then it unlocks the door for you. I have never seen this before.
That's man, pretty much plain, man. All these are test runs before the actual thing comes to pass, man. And I got one more video I want to pull up, man, because it basically goes right into it. And most people have already heard of this book. Behold a pale horse. I'm not gonna play the whole thing. I'm just play a couple little snippets of it because this is in the scriptures. And they've been knowing this for a long time. This is coming.
This is a book I advise everybody to get. Behold a Pale Horse, written by William Cooper. He was naval intelligence. And he exposed everything, and they killed him for it, but he exposed a lot because he wanted everybody to know that what was going on. Now check this right here out. This is Big Brother is coming. Now if you look at the bottom, it's August 1st, 1989. You see what's in his hand? Revealed. Secret plan to tag every man, woman, and child. Let's see what it said. Coded microchips implanted in every person in the country will tie all of us into a massive computer that could track anyone down at any moment. And plans for such a system already underway, whether you like it or not. The secret scheme is becoming touted as a service for the protection of the people by high government officials, but some insiders who object to the move say it's just another way for Big Brother to control its subjects. Transmitters. Top-level national security agents are trying to convince sources in the Bush administration to begin the project in which every man, woman, and child will be implanted with a tiny transmitter, claims Davis Mildred, a critic of government intervention who says he has received leaked information from inside sources. They're trying to say this would be a good way for authorities to quickly track down missing persons, and children as well as criminals and spies. But with the astounding technology of today, and this was in 1989, this is the year 2023, people, everything about you could be contained in one tiny microchip, which would be connected to a government computer. Any government agency will know.
That's pretty much it, man. I mean, I just want to kind of get the gist of it, but you see exactly where is this going? Where is this going? And like I said before, man, apostles warned us of these things, man. And now we're seeing them come to fruition, man. They come into head, man. We see exactly. I'm gonna get a couple of scriptures, Lord, what it'll be edifying. This is Ephesians 6, and I'm gonna start at verse 10. It says, "Finally, my brethren, be strong in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua and the power of His might." I wonder why. Let me see if I can lock in. There we go. "Finally, my brothers, be strong in the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, and the power of His might. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness and of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places," man. We know by now, if you in this truth or you believe and have faith in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, you should know, man. The wickedness we are fighting against is these principalities, man, these demons, man. The rulers of the darkness of this world, man. He said this world. So that goes to show you that John 3:16 is not I ain't gonna get into it, but the Lord said he didn't come to die for everybody, but basically I just want to get this because He's not coming to play patty cake with these people, man. But the Lord wanted us to put on the whole armor of the Lord, man. He's finna come and bring destruction on this place, man. It says, "Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High power, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and have it all to stand." So that's what the Lord wanted us to, man. Build up yourself in His faith, man. Believe and have faith in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Fast, pray. The Lord will bring you closer to Him, because you're gonna be. A lot of people are not gonna be able to stand in this evil day that's coming, man. The time that you're gonna be put on the forefront to give your life for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, or give your life to the devil, man. Esau Edom. He says, "Stand therefore, having your loins girded about in truth, with truth locked, and having on the breastplate of righteousness," man. It says, "And your feet should with the preparation of the gospel of peace," man. So we got to get really boggled down in this truth, man. Because this is right after the Passover, the Lord telling us, man, get deep in this truth, man. Put all you got into this truth. because we got to put that on breastplate of faith, man, because this time is finna come. It's gonna be evil, man. It's gonna be an evil day, man, that's coming. It says 16. It says, above all, taking thee the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. So you know what I'm saying. When they bring that chip, we're gonna be able to deny it, man. We're gonna be able to not deny it, but not take it. Tell him to his face, no, I'm not taking that shit, man. I'm staying staying in the name and power Yahweh Shem Shai, man. That's the spirit we got to be in. 17, it says, and taking the helmet of salvation and a sword of the spirit, which is the word of power. So like I said, you just got to submerge yourself in this truth, man. Get deep in this truth, man, because the Lord is going to be with us. And we have to have faith in Yahweh Shem Shai. This is Revelations 12 and 12. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. So these devils, man, they know they got a short time to implement their system. And they're working fast to get it, man. They're working fast. And this is all over the planet. Just not in America, man. Babylon the Great is all over, man. This is Revelation 13, verse 15. It says, and he had power to give life into the image of the beast. And they're giving life to the image now, man. They're bringing forth everything they had back past the 80s. But as you see in the book, it was back in the 89, man, they had these things, the preparation of these things, man. Now we see in the image coming to life. They bringing it to life. And Esau, the so-called white man, the devil the Bible speaks of, man, is bringing these things to life, man. If you see it or believe it or not, man, you're going to be caught up in it. It says that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed, man. And we know that they're going to put you to death if you don't take that grain of salt, man, which is the mark, man. I'm going to read right here. So your faith has to be built up in the name and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. 16, it says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. So everybody, man, small or great, rich or poor, free or bond, man, jail, everywhere. You're going to be in the hands of Esau Edom, man. You're going to believe in Yahweh Shem Shai, or you're going to take his mark, man, because he's going to force it on the whole entire planet. It says, and it's like and that no man might buy or sell, like neither one of them, like the video of the girl, you know what I'm saying? They did a facial recognition, but it's all a test run, man. It says that no man might buy or sell. And like you see in Walmart, man, you ain't going to be able to buy nothing, man. You ain't going to be able to sell nothing. You ain't going to have no money to do it. Everything is going to be, it's going to be like he said, Alex Jones says, total control. Total control. So you see the system that's being set up. It says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark. So you're going to have to be implemented in this new system that's coming, man. The dollar is done. The dollar is gone. So I don't care how much money you got in the bank, it's over with. It says, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here's wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast. For it is the number of a man, and his number is 666, man. And you know what they add up to. And we should, you know what I'm saying, if you believe and have faith in Yahweh Shem Shai, you should be getting these videos daily, man. Brothers bringing this information out daily. So, you know what I'm saying, not only just watching one, but you have to watch a variety of all the men. Because brothers bring out information that you might not get on another page, and vice versa. So we have to be mindful of everything that's going on. See what I'm saying? So, man, I just pray, like I said, I pray this be edifying, that we are truly at the end, man. We are truly finna see the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai return, and we're going to see the destruction of Babylon the Great, man, if we endure to the end. This is Revelations 14, and I'm going to start at verse 8. It says, and there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And this is every nation is going to have to drink of this wine, man. because Esau basically uses America as his whipping stick, man. He uses this country to go and establish his authority in every nation with his military. In verse 9 it says, and a third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the fornication of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Verse 10 again, it says, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High Power, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, which is poured out without mixture in the cup of his indignation, man. So you're going to be punished by the power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man. If you take that mark, you're going to drink of the wrath. And that wrath is going to be, man, fire and brimstone, man. And that's going to be the lake of fire is going to be in Babylon the Great and these other nations, man. But mostly here. You're going to be judged tremendously, man, here. This is going to be hell on earth. The physical hell on earth. The second death. Because the first death was the flood. The destruction of Babylon the Great is the second death, man. It said, it's like in finishing up in verse 10, it says, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels. So the angels going to see you destroyed, man. And in the presence of the Lamb, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua going to see you destroyed. And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, man. So when those missiles hit, the destruction of Babylon the Great, those missiles hit, it's going to be a lake of fire. And it's going to burn for a long period of time. And it's not like, they said the scriptures tell you that it's not going to be quenched. So it's going to basically have to die out because those, we know in the scriptures, was it Revelation 19, it tells you that wild beasts and birds are going to live here. So that fire is going to eventually burn out. But it's going to be for a long period of time, man. Age mean forever means an age, as Apostle Gabar says, a long period of time. And they having no rest, nor day nor night, who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever received the mark of his name, here is his patient. Here is the patient of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua and the faith of Yahweh Shah. So basically, we are waiting for these things, man. As people that's not in the truth, they think that's cruel, man. Why would you wait for the destruction? What you going to do? How you going to get out of here? The Lord told you, man, this is our patience, man. We waiting for this to come. We preparing spiritually, putting on the whole armor of faith for this day, this evil day. So that's the reason why we do these lessons, to prepare you as well, because the judgment of the Lord is upon this place, man, upon the entire planet. But America, Babylon the Great is going to be utterly wasted, man. It's going to be utterly destroyed. That's why it says, this is what he says. It said, here is the patience of the saints. So we are patiently waiting for the destruction of Babylon the Great, man. Here are they that keep the commandments of power and the faith of Yahweh Shah. And that's us, man. We keep the faith of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua and keep the commandments. Because it tells you right here, Revelations 15:1, it says, and I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues. For in them is the field with the wrath of the Most High Power, man. And that's the destruction of Babylon the Great, man. Those missiles hitting ground zero, those thermonuclear missiles hitting America. That's the wrath of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. And that's the plague that's going to hit this place. And that's what it was talking about in Revelation 14 at the end of it. It says, and I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast and over his image and over his mark and over the number of his name, standing on the sea of glass, having the harps of power. So those men escaped the judgments of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua because they believed and had faith to the end. It says these are the ones that's patiently waiting. It says here is the patient. Here is the patience of the saints. So these men in Revelation 15, they was patient. They stood in those chariots and looked down on the destruction of Babylon the Great, man. It says, and they sung the song of Moses, the servant of the Most High Power, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, and they sung of and the song of the Lamb, saying, great and marvelous are thy works, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, power almighty, just and true. Thy ways, thou, O of King of Saints. So the Lord is going to bless us to see the destruction of Babylon the Great, man, if you endure to the end, man. Put on this armor of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and endure to the end. Because we know we will have martyrs that's going to die for the witness of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. This is Revelation 20. And I'm going to start at verse 4. It says, and I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua. See, the Christian church ain't going to tell you that you might have to die for the Lord, man. They ain't going to tell you that. And that's the reason why we know that's not the Lord's will, man. The church is not where the Lord wants you to be to learn His truth. The Lord wants you, He raised up a lowly man to teach us His truth, man. And like I said before, I believe through the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, those are the men that led me to the truth. So I know if they led me to the truth, they will lead other men as well. It says, and the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua, and for a word, and for the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and which had not worshipped the beast. See, they gave their lives not to worship the beast, neither his image, neither receive his mark upon their foreheads. And the mark is going to be a choice. You're not going to be held down and just ain't going to put it in you. They ain't going to hold you down. It's going to be a choice. It's going to be a choice if you're going to take it or not. And then you're going to have that guillotine there, man. If you don't take it, you're going to have to give your life for the Lord, man. And it said you're going to be beheaded for the witness. So you know that, you know what I'm saying? You know Yahushua. So that's the reason why, like I said, you got to be built up in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man, because the evil day is coming, and we see it right ahead. It says, finishing up in, I'm starting 4 again. It says, and I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua, and for the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. So this is the word I'm teaching you. This is the word that we're going to have to give our lives for Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. This is the word, the Holy Bible. It says, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Yahushua 1,000 years, man. And that's talking about in the kingdom of heaven. So we're gonna definitely be tested in the time that's coming, man. In the time that's coming. But the Lord also said this. This is Revelations 3, and start at verse 10. It says, verse 10 it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, which we just read. It said to give their life for the word of the Most High Power. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth. So the Lord is going to bless you to not receive the judgments of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, which it is, being beheaded. So the Lord going to be with you in that time, man. So that's a blessing to know the Lord going to be with you if you stood firm with Him. He going to be with you. This is Revelations 2, in verse 10. It says, fear none of these things which thou shalt suffer. So we shouldn't be worried about, oh man, I'm going to get my head cut off, man. You ain't supposed to be worried about that, man. Fear none of those things that thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried. So some men going to be beheaded. Some men going to be put in prison. You know what I'm saying? Those alphabet camps. They building, but they already built. But you might be put in prison, a regular prison. And this is to try you. The Lord said we're going to be tried as gold and silver is tried. And this is the patience of our. This is basically the test of our faith in Him. It says, and the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Just basically a period of time. Be faithful unto death. See that? The Lord said, if they say I'm going to put you to death, you don't do it, you may be patient unto death. And I will give thee a crown of life. And we know that crown is in 2nd Esdras 2. The Lord placing a crown over your head, man, to bless you because you stood firm in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. So we ain't supposed to fear the things that Esau got in store for the hopeful elect, man. Because we patiently waiting for our power, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, and the destruction of Babylon the Great. This is Revelation 16. I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, "And I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the 7 angels, Go your ways and pour out your vials of the wrath of power upon the earth. And the first went out and poured out his vial upon the earth. And there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image." So if you take that mark, man, your judgment coming right away, man. He said the noisome and grievous sore gonna fall on you, and that's before the missiles hit. So if you take it, man, you done. You have no way to repent. That's the end game, man. That's the end game, man. Like I said, Lord willing, the Lord be with me, and that time is coming, man, because it's gonna be an evil day, man. Evil day. And like I said, man, you just got to continue to stay in the faith, man. Don't waver. Don't go away from the doctrine that we was blessed to have. Stay on this straight and narrow path, man. That's all you got to do. Fast, pray. Just continue to do what you're doing. But if you're in that Christianity and believe that Jesus is coming to save you and nobody's gonna get hurt, you're in the wrong spirit, man. Because that's totally against the scriptures. This is Revelation 17 and verse 4. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having the golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness, and her fornication. And upon her forehead was the name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and the abomination of the earth. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. So Babylon the Great is where we at now. So we know for a fact it's in America, man. That's the reason why I pulled the scripture, because it's nowhere. Well, it's in Rome, it's in Europe, or it's in Russia. No, man. This is the place, Babylon the Great, America. This is the place the Lord is speaking about. This is where the blood of the saints were. We were slaves here, and we're gonna have to give our lives here. The blood of the martyrs, man, for Yahushua, man. So nobody can say, well, this is another place. This is another place over there. It's not. No, it's here. We are in it. We are in the thick of things, man. This is Revelations 19, and I'm just dropped down to verse 19 and 20. It says, "And I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his armies." It says, "And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet." And it's talking about America, man. They're going to try to fight it. It's going against all the nations going to gather together. I don't want to just say it's America, but it's all the nations that are going to gather. All the Edomites, for the most part, and other nations as well. I don't want to just limit it to them, because all nations are going to try to fight against Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua when he returns. It says, "And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast." So these people are going to be deceived and take it, man. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be so many miracles you're going to be able to do with this device, man. Like I seen some videos where you can paraplegics and people that's handicapped can do different things that they never walked before, or being that was blind, or you can't use your limb, or different things. They're gonna make it nice for you to take, man. Or you're gonna have a chip in your head, and where you can like, what you call that, a telepathy. You can read people's mind. You can Google things. You're gonna be smarter. They're gonna make it real good for you to take, man. Just like a new iPhone or something. They're gonna make you think you're gonna need it, and the people are gonna people are gonna go for it, because that's the only way you're gonna be able to eat, and the only way you're gonna be able to make an income. They're going to make it real sweet for you. In the 20, it says in Slakin, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, and them that had worshipped his image. These both were cast alive into the lake of fire. That Slakin, the lake of fire burning with brimstone. See it? You're gonna be tossed in the lake of fire with those missiles. There's missiles coming down, man, from all over the countries, man. All these nations are getting prepared for World War III, man. So that goes to show you that it's going to be simultaneously. Not saying basically like the apostles say, Apostle Tahar say, once they implement this and make it mandatory, everything is going to move fast. As you see this beast system set up, you also see the World War III set up. And they want to eliminate most of the population, man. And they know that America has all these weapons and guns and stuff. That it's going to be basically the strongest place to take over. So yeah, man, this is coming, man. We are here. Verse 21, he says, and the remnant were slain with the sword of him that sat upon the horse, which sword proceeded out of his mouth. And that's Yahweh Shai, man. Those lasers, man, coming out of those chariots, man. And all the fowls were filled with their flesh. So the Lord gonna be zapping people, man, putting people to death, and the birds gonna eat your flesh, man. It's plain. And we are here. We are here at those times, man. This is Revelation 18. I'm gonna start at verse 17. It says, for in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the companies of ships and sailors, and as many as trade by sea, stood afar off and cried and they cried when they saw the smoke of her burning. Talking about Babylon the Great, saying, what city is like unto this great city? And they cast dust upon their and they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, at last, that great city Babylon were made rich all that had ships in the sea by reason of her costliness, for in 1 hour is her judgment. I don't know. I'm speed up. I don't know why I can't slow down, man. It says, for 1 hour is she made desolate. So this place is going to be made desolate in 1 hour, man. 1 hour, this place is going to be utterly gone. Verse 20, it says, rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for power have avenged you on her. And that's what like I said, we read it earlier. We patiently waiting for the destruction, man. We patiently waiting for all hell to break loose, man. We patiently waiting for the Lord to destroy Babylon the Great, man. And that's just how it is, man. All hell is about to break loose, and you didn't take the time or take heed to these lowly men that was preaching you about Yahweh, about Shem Yahushua, and you thought it was just something. It was like a phase or fad or something they was doing. You're gonna be stuck out there, man. And there's gonna be no way to return to him, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. This is the day. This is the time to repent and come back to him. This is Amos 9 and 8. It says, behold, the eyes of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. He says, for lo, I will command and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations, like as corn is sifted through a sieve, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. So the Lord is going to be with you, and he already chose you. So if he's shaking it now, he's sifting Israel now. He's sifting you Negroes, Hispanic, and Native Americans. Who's going to fall into his hands, and who's going to stay that rotten piece is going to stay in the sieve? Because the destruction is lingering, not lingering. I would say, slocky. I ain't gonna say lingering. The destruction is at hand. It says 10. It says, all sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake us nor prevent us. So you're gonna die if you think the Lord is not coming to bring judgment on this place, or thinking that this beast system is not gonna be set up, man. You're gonna die, man, and that's gonna be the end of you into the kingdom. And you don't know when you're going to come back in that 1,000-year reign, man. So Lord willing, it was edifying. I'm in it there, man. Shalom. Shalom.